and welcome back to the made up podcast recorded in my mom's basement without any special guests and with some added production value. This time I figured out how to record my screen, record certain parts of my screen, and how to add some sound effects, which are actually just like YouTube videos that I'm playing while I talk. Anyways, this episode we're going to talk about femboy hooters, gay communities, and gay memes, and how they impact the rest of social media in this episode of the Made Up Podcast. Alright, anyways, if you're curious, this is like non-copyrighted music that is posted on YouTube for free, and I found it because a YouTuber who plays War Thunder that I watch uses it as his intro music a lot. Anyways, back to femboy hooters and gay memes and communities on the internet. So, what is femboy hooters? Well, it's a Hooters restaurant that is populated by femboys instead of regular, traditionally attractive women. I don't mean regular as in these are not regular people. Anyways, let's see. So, real quick, a definition of femboy, if we go look up on Google, we'll get it's a male who displays traditionally feminine characteristics. And originally, femboy as a term was used as a derogatory thing. Apparently it showed up in the 90s. But today it's generally seen as more positive, especially with the rise of anime culture on the internet, where more effeminate men become main characters and are like prized. Anyways, I also decided to bring up a example of what a femboy looks like. Professor, you may have seen this. I'm pretty sure this one's a streamer. This is a dude. They are also distinctly different from trans women, in that these are generally cis men who partake in it, and they're also not specifically like drag queens either, although you could characterize them as that. So what is femboy hooters? Where did it come from? So the meme femboy hooters came about in early 2020, just before the pandemic or so, as a concept, mostly making fun of the restaurant chain Hooters. And then from there it gained steam as people genuinely showed excitement for such a restaurant, and it's pulled off like a bunch of spin-offs, specifically like Goth IHOP and then Tomboy Outback, stuff like that, where chain restaurants go and appeal to a specific demographic with fetishized versions of a, I guess, cultural movement, if you could call it that. Anyways, let's see. So how does this impact like the gay community? I brought up the gay community and gay memes in particular, even though that's not specifically a thing. There's probably a gay memes Reddit. It's just that these standards, I guess, like where this would be considered attractive over, say, a traditional Hooters where it's generally traditionally attractive women who staff it. This came to arise because, well, I asked my girlfriend about it because she was the one who recommended that I cover this topic. She was like, it's a way of making it seem fair to women in objectifying men and also bullying patriarchal standards. And I guess that's why I brought in the gay communities and gay communities aspect of this, because online, especially, they create their own communities, and they're often either antagonistic or push back a lot against traditional, stereotypical American values that they see as unfair. And I don't really have a better term for that because that's how she worded it. And I mean unfair, so I'll take her example. Hooters in particular, she pointed out that their uniforms seem uncomfortable to wear. And on the screen, you can see that the guys are wearing the same uniform as what would be expected of a Hooters waitress. She wasn't able to explain to me why they seemed uncomfortable, but I assume it's just because you get cold easily, and I've also never been into a Hooters restaurant, even though I want to, so I assume they're somewhat cold. So it's just... okay, off topic. Anyways, I thought this was interesting because this is a marginalized group, like with the Black Twitter syllabus topic, where they form their own community, and it's built to directly oppose traditional societal values. Like with this, generally wouldn't be considered attractive, but to them, they like it, and it's seen as a form of resistance, I guess. But I thought that this covered a completely different aspect than parts of the parts of the syllabus, because a lot of our syllabus didn't focus on the communities themselves that are formed on the internet. So we looked at how, like, moderation, people build communities around people, but the internet also builds communities around identity, and like queer spaces on the internet. Okay, I should have been using that instead of gay. Man. Shoot. Well, I'm not going to stop recording at this point. Queer spaces on the internet generally form communities in, like, militantly safe spaces, if that makes sense. As in, they'll go out and defend themselves against, say, if they're on Reddit and they're brigaded by another subreddit, they'll go and retaliate in whatever way they can. Places like Tumblr, they'll duke it out with, like, 4chan if they're messing around with them. And they won't always win, because the internet is usually a space of optics, and gay spaces, they're militant. Inclusivity is often seen as, well, militant, as in forcefully violent and slightly abrasive to normal sensibilities, not specifically violent, per se, as in, because it's on the internet. But I thought that... Also, wait, okay, back to my document. I wanted to note that the structure of the syllabus actually might be something that could be changed to add more emphasis on communities on the internet. instead of having, say, like 2 weeks of content moderation and small-time creators doing their own work, you could look at how communities interact and build themselves more than what we were able to cover this year. Also, I wasn't really sure what to do for this assignment, so a lot of this was very last minute and over the weekend. But yeah, Femboy Hooters is kind of fun. It's you could basically make any restaurant plus whatever your specific taste in human is. Taste in human's a weird way of saying it, but that's how I view it a lot of the time. Also, I guess you can see my Twitter thing. Profile picture. At least you can't see my Twitter username. I don't really use Twitter. Like, use it to post. I don't think I have any posts, actually. Speaking of... Okay. I guess this is where my project's gonna end, and what comes next is more me just adding content to this, because I have the expectation for myself that these episodes should be kind of long. So you can stop listening here. That will be the end of my project. If I get a bad grade on that, that's okay. Reddit. We're going to go to Reddit. Not Dream, because we don't need to look at Dream. But I wanted to focus on a couple of communities. First is R196. And then, can I scroll down? Actually, I guess I take that back, because this does kind of play into... Am I not in it? I guess 196 is fine. So R196 is a Reddit community that was initially formed about having a single rule where you visit the Reddit. If you leave, you have to make a post before you do so. And it has slowly turned into a space for essentially gay people to hang out and share memes. But a very specific kind of gay person. And this plays into the gay memes as well. Not specifically Femboy Hooters, but it's often making fun of gay people and laughing alongside them. So it's mocking them in a friendly manner, I guess. Mocking them from the inside. The call is coming from the closet. I'm not sure if that's the actual quote. But yeah, it's slowly transformed into a very liberal and leftist space. Not liberal, I guess. Leftist would be the better word. And that sort of occurred just through two things. Mass inoculation of sorts, which is flooding the place with queer memes and weeding out those who don't like those memes, forcing them away, and introducing people who do appreciate those memes to join the community, stay within it, and use it as a place of refuge to share what they find funny. And also, I guess, converse amongst themselves. But that sort of replacement thing, where people who don't like these memes are pushed out. Oh wait, there's me. Oh god, I'd hope that doesn't actually show up. Man, I don't want my Reddit revealed. Oh, here is another... Actually, no, this character is trans, I'm pretty sure. So they don't count as a femboy, but... Sorry. Anyways, there's this sort of replacement of people where it slowly becomes its own echo chamber of sorts. And actually, there is another one that I wanted to point out. It's OP was right. It's OP was right. Fuck this. Which is a community around finding memes that have been reposted on Reddit, in which the original poster of it's Inception. So I'll take this image right here. So this is poster 1, Butt Eater Bajillion. Then there's Weird Looking Motherfucker. And then on the final layer is the original poster. So the original poster is the person that this person, Butt Eater 1 Bajillion, is saying is correct in their assumption. And generally, this community has become another leftist community where they call out, where they use their platform to call out things like racism, general intolerance on the internet, and they have gone to war with a did not like. They've gone to war with this subreddit, in which people find memes that haven't been posted on Reddit yet, that the person who posted it on Reddit did not enjoy, and then make fun of them. Ooh, this is so hard to explain. Anyways, so the first subreddit that I showed you, Not OP was right, fuck this, often finds these posts and points out the issues in them, stuff like that. And again, it's become this subreddit has become a safe space for queer people because of that, because it's calling out call-outs. One has become more left on the political spectrum than the other. So this one calls out anyone, so it appeals to both sides of the aisle in a way. Yeah. I guess my point here is that meme communities have their own little communities. Anyways, I guess I'm running out of steam. This episode's gonna be kind of short. I guess you've been staring at this the entire time. Oh wait, no you haven't. Thank God. Anyways, that's femboy hooters and gay memes and communities. Queer memes and communities online. And this person shared the Black Lives Matter card. I remember seeing this a lot. That's when I found out about card.co, and I actually make a lot of websites on there now, just because it's super convenient, honestly. I also pay for a yearly subscription, which is kind of dumb, but, you know, whatever. This has been the last episode of the Made Up Podcast. Signing out. I'm just gonna play some outro music.